I am so in love with this Hoya. Am I saying that with every Hoya? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and in my channel I talk about plants and my life and journey with my plants. Today I'm making my favorite video to make, my top 10 Hoya of the month. It feels like it's been such a long time since I last made my favorite Hoya of the month. I don't know, maybe because I love making this video so much that it just feels like I'm waiting for the whole month to kind of pass by before I get to make another one of these. But I mean, I am always visiting with these Hoyas anyways. I actually have 3 bonus Hoyas to show you guys today other than just my top 10 favorites. So why don't we just get started? The first Hoya I want to show you guys is my Hoya Crimson Princess. I think this is the Hoya rubra. It has been a very dormant Hoya for me. Even though it's super beautiful, it's actually one of the first Hoyas that I collected after just having the green Hoya carnosa forever and ever. I just thought it was so beautiful. I believe it was this cutting from Etsy a really long time ago, but it was really just dormant, super slow growing for me. These ones I believe will turn into a green leaf, but there's a new stem over here. But like the reason why this Hoya is on my favorite list right now is because of this particular leaf. It's just so beautiful, the variegation with the pink and the different variations of green color in there. I just think it's such a stunning leaf. I mean, it's a very beautiful plant, but that leaf in particular just makes me want to like visit with this Hoya quite often. It's just so pretty. But yeah, I think this is a super underrated Hoya. It's very easy to find in garden centers. I mean, yeah, and you can buy like a little 4-inch pot for just a few dollars. So this cutting I got from Etsy, and then later on I bought a few more those few dollar 4-inch pots and potted them together to get a fuller pot, and I'm really excited that it's growing right now, and this leaf is just so stunning. So that's the first one. And since we're talking about like more common Hoyas, I want to show you this. The next one is the Crimson Queen. Let me just actually put them side by side, so some people still may not know the difference. The princess has the variegation in the middle, so you see the green rimming, and the queen has the variegation, the white margin on the leaf. So I have 2 kinds, and this particular queen is a more like rounder leaf version. There's like a half moon leaf here. This cutting I had grown out of a cutting that I sold, and I kept this cutting, but also just stay super dormant for a really long time until recently it's put out these 3 like precious pink leaves and this little leaf. So it's finally starting to grow again, and I'm really excited about that because I really love this cutting, but it just has not been growing very well. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I just repotted this into cocoa husk chips. I've been finding some root rot in some of my Hoyas that I pot in sphagnum moss. It's just quite tricky. Some of them are thriving, as you'll see. My sarawak, I'll show you in a bit, just grows so well in sphagnum moss, but I just don't have it down to a science how I water it in sphagnum moss, and I'm finding some root rot. That's why I'm experimenting with cocoa husk. I'm really excited because I was watching the Unsolicited Plant Talk, I think, their new channel, and they have this like huge beautiful Hoya nursery, and they use cocoa husk chips. So is my friend Erica Stewart, who's an amazing Hoya seller. She also uses this medium quite a lot, so I'm really excited to experiment with that. So anyway, so this is the second Hoya, and along the same line of the albomarginata, I'm going to show you the third Hoya on my list today is my Hoya compacta albomarginata. Be warned, you might spot mealybugs because I'm still kind of treating mealybugs on this one, but it is actively growing right now. There's quite a few, like this one is just like white leaves, which is super cool, like pink leaves. And there's like a growth point here. And then this is pretty precious too. This is quite new, so it's quite pink still on the rim. And this is a newer leaf too, because you can see it's like darker and shinier. So when I first bought this, it was kind of like this, just like super compact. It's not trailing. And then it started working on a trailing bit. But one day as I was like picking off mealybugs, I accidentally knocked that trailing bit off, which is this one. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I really was so mad at myself, but so I rooted it in sphagnum moss, and within a really short time, I guess because it was going through its own growth spurt, it put out this new like big shiny leaf. So I'm actually kind of happy now. I have this like little pot of trailing Hoya compacta, albomarginata. That's what I call it. Yeah, I really adore it. I kind of almost was thinking about selling this off. It was growing out of my love for it was just not there anymore because it wasn't growing. It was just sitting there and then getting wrinkly. But after I repotted it in sphagnum moss and then I put it in the cabinet, it started to just like having so many little new growth points. So it has kind of climbed back onto the top of my list. So that Hoya, it's kind of like a Hoya that you want to grow old with to see the big, beautiful trailing strands. So I think I'm just going to tell myself I gotta be patient, wait for it to grow with me. So the next Hoya I want to show you, I really adore this one. Last month you guys saw, I think, the variegated version of this one that I really love because it was growing really well, and it still is. But this month I've been really enjoying the growth on my Hoya Bella. I just moved it into the grow tent not too long ago, and it's just so happy in that warmth and really humid environment. It's just putting out these beautiful, luscious, plump leaves and grow points just everywhere. It has yet to flower for me in the grow tent. It flowered for me last year, but it hasn't flowered for me this year. Like, this is so cool. Like, it grew out of the sphagnum moss container, the strand. Isn't that amazing how it pushed out? I mean, I guess that's what plants do, but I think it's so amazing. And yeah, I'm just really loving how lush it's growing. And I can just imagine, it becoming that kind of 20-year-old full basket of trailing Hoya Bella at this point. Yeah. And when I first got it, I got like one cutting and then it added another cutting. And then all these other cuttings on the top were little ones that I propagated. Yeah, so I'm really proud of this guy, actually. I just kind of hang this in the grow tent and it's loving life there. And then the next Hoya I want to show you, it's actually a Hoya that I showed you guys. That one died actually in my very first video of unboxing Crystal Star Nursery's Hoyas, but that one died. I had a really hard time the first time around with this particular Hoya, but this time around it seems to be doing pretty well for me, and I'm really excited about that. And here it is. This is my Hoya curtisii. I hope I'm saying it right. You can see the top, it's kind of getting that wild hair look, lots of little like strands coming up with like little teeny tiny leaves. Some of them have these like green, a little bit more like green color splashes, but then there are some, I wonder if it's because it's closer to the light. Let me find a good strand to show you guys what I'm talking about. That has kind of more, I don't know, like red variegation to it. I don't know, is it red? No, I mean the underside is kind of purple. So, but this particular leaf, you see what I mean? It has a different coloration to the variegation. And I really like that. I kind of want to give it lots of light and see if I could get them to looking all like this variegation. The green seems more vibrant to me, and the undertone, the redness, seems more vibrant to me as well. So yeah, compared to these variegation, yeah, I like that reddish look to it. Just, do you know what I mean? But yeah, this time around I have just really letting it go super bone dry and giving it really bright light and also more humidity, and it seems to be agreeing with me, the environment, and doing decently well. Yeah, it's a little bit unruly, but hopefully it'll just kind of start trailing and becoming a fuller, more beautiful pot. So pretty. And then the next one I want to show you guys, actually lately people have been finding big baskets of it in local Canadian Lower Mainland, I think Ronas and Lowe's. I've only seen this before on Facebook. That happens to people in the States, but it's been happening here in Canada, which I'm really excited about. So people are finding these big baskets, and I really want to be able to find one too. But for now, I'm really enjoying my smaller pot of the Hoya SP AFF Betonia. I mean, oh, look at that. These are the new leaves under more bright light, so the coloration is more vibrant. These were the older leaves, and these are some new leaves too. I know that they could be even more rainbow color tanned, I'll put it that way. Mine's not quite like that, but I still just really adore like how supple, like little buttons, and just like the rim and the different coloration of this Hoya. It's being labeled as bilobata, which was what this was sold to me as, and then my dear friend Jing on Instagram, Mom and Plants, I think, told me that it's actually been mislabeled. And I know a lot of people have questions about it, but so for what I know, this one is called the SPAFF Betonia, and I am absolutely head over heels in love with this Hoya. Adorable. There you go. All right. And the next Hoya that I want to show you guys is, this one is just, again, super unruly. I feel like that's the theme of my plants. They're just, my house is unruly, my plants are unruly, these aerial roots are just insane. This is the Hoya merrillii. I think you guys have seen it quite a few times in my channel because I love this Hoya. Also, I've mentioned to you guys before too, at different time of the day, the sun stress look on the Hoya could look at different level. The color could look different and the intensity could look different. So right now it's not looking super red, but there are times when it looks super, super red. But this is the reason why I am bringing it to show you guys right now, is because of how amazingly this Hoya tans. I mean, get out of the way, aerial root. Like, look at that. And this is a super succulent Hoya. If you like succulent Hoyas, this actually just feels like a board. It's so satisfying to touch it. There you go. Yeah, these leaves are just tanning so beautifully. It has stopped putting out new growth, which it's a little bit of a bummer. It was kind of like growing non-stop for me. So I took a cutting and I sold that cutting because I was like shopping too much. But I'm hoping for new growth because I just love this Hoya so much. There you go. This one I'm keeping in sphagnum moss, and it seems to be pretty happy with it. So pretty, isn't it? Gorgeous. Okay, so The next Hoya, I have also shown you guys this Hoya so many times, but it's worth showing you again because it's like growing really well. This one is my Hoya viola. I think it may have already made the list in my last favorite Hoya videos. So if you guys remember, we did the checking on my Hoya cutting propagation together, and this one I rooted. This is the cutting that I rooted, and it has already like put out this precious new leaf, and it has a new growth point. Can you see in here? And this is the mother plant that I took the cutting from. I keep thinking as the plant matures, these veins are gonna go away, but they just stayed. I don't know, maybe because of the lights, I don't know, but like this is how I bought the plant. This is the amount of variegation, the venation that it was showing. So I was pretty like happy and surprised that this pair of leaves, the venation stays so gorgeously. And then it's put out these 2 new leaves again, which I think the venation is not gonna be, I don't know, I keep saying it's gonna go away, but maybe it won't. Really pretty. And then it's working on a new leaf behind and another new leaf over here, if you could see it, in the midst of all these aerial roots. So overall, I just think this is such an amazing Hoya. It just has been so beautiful and has been growing so well. Love it. Yeah. So that one is in sphagnum moss too, and I haven't had root rot issues with it. So like how I find out that there's root rot is always when the Hoya is just not growing, and it's like, you know, when you water it, it doesn't become really firm, or if it hasn't grown in a long time, I tend to just like, okay, let me just check what's going on inside, and almost like 9 out of 10 times something's wrong with the roots. And this applies to more than just Hoyas, other plants too. Alocasia, I have that one alocasia that wasn't growing, sure enough, complete root rot. So I have to, like, I'm learning, I have to change some things up as I find what's not working, right? That's really good information to have. Okay, so anyway, so the next one I want to show you guys is my this one I just showed you guys I showed you guys all the Hoyas that I had just imported, and I'm acclimating them. Most of them didn't have roots. This one was one of them, and I'm really happy to report that it started to root. It's not super like amazing huge root system yet, but the leaves are firm, so I'm just really happy that it's gonna stick around for now. This is the Hoya macrophylla pot of gold variegata. I broke this leaf off myself when I was putting them, like shoving them, kind of cramming them into the grow tent. But right now it's staying in my terrarium. But it's just a very, very beautiful Hoya. The variegation is gorgeous. I have told you guys, I have not done well with any type of macrophylla. The albomarginata type cannot get it to grow. Every time it has a new leaf, it drops a new leaf. And just the green type does not do well for me. It has like fungal issue with the leaves. And then I have a snow queen that's not very splashy. It's doing okay, but it's definitely not like thriving. So I'm quite tentative with this one. I hope it does well. I actually changed out of it. I potted this in sphagnum moss to root, but I actually also changed it out. Underneath, it's all cocoa husk chips. There you go. And then the next one, I am so in love with this Hoya. Am I saying that with every Hoya? That's how I truly feel. So the next one, I got it from a tray from my dear friend, Helen. I think her Instagram is called Helen versus Plants. My foot are completely asleep. I did a tray with her. I gave her a rooted cutting of my Hoya sarawak, and she gave me this beautiful plant. Yeah, so here we go. Dun, dun, dun. This is the very, very beautiful Hoya larisa. Look at that, the leaf shape, and how oval is that? And the venation, I just think it's just so gorgeous. So this one I have been growing in sphagnum moss too, and it has been doing well. I have not overwatered it yet. So there you go. This one is just super gorgeous. It's grown out these 2 new leaves since coming into the grow tent. And she said that it should tend quite beautifully too. So I'll see, and I'll let you guys know as it progresses. I hope it grows more leaves. Right now it's working on this tendril. I think, yeah, I'm hoping that it will grow more leaves. It had another new leaf, but it dropped that new leaf. Anyway, so pretty. I'm super happy with this tray. And then the next one I want to show you is the plant that I took a cutting and trade with for that plant. It's you've seen this plant so many times. This beautiful Hoya sarawak. The reason why I'm showing you again is because, first of all, it's missing this top leaf, which makes me kind of sad. That's not the one that I traded with. I rooted this and I gave it to my brother. You guys know he's a big Hoya guy now. So I took this cutting and I was going to sell it to a friend, but then she found it anyways. So my brother was next in line and I gave it to him. Anyways, but then within a really short time, it just started working on these new leaves, which is so crazy because it had just grown quite a few new leaves, I think maybe 3. And this is a new leaf. This is a new leaf, and this is a new leaf too. It just seems to be so happy and so content. In the grow tent, it just keeps growing and growing. But I am kind of sad to miss this top leaf. It's just becoming a bushier plant, hey? It used to be just like this one long strand of just like maybe pairs and single leaves, but now it just feels like such a full plant. What was I gonna say? So I grow this in sphagnum moss too, and look at this, all these roots are coming out of the pot. It just seems to be really, really happy right now, so I don't want to disturb it. But it does feel like, because all those roots are coming out of the pot, it does feel like it is due for repotting. So maybe once these new leaves are hardened off, completely done growing, then I will repot this beauty. There you go. So I have these 2, so today I'm showing you actually 13 Hoyas, and 2 of these I just received today. One of them is actually Tony's Hoya that got shipped to my house again, but one of them is mine. So I'll show you mine first. This is the Hoya Crinkle Oval. Look at that. It's so cute. I got this from Happy Planting. I think it had more leaves when in the picture that I was purchasing, but because they were so new, they just maybe dropped off during transit. I also want you guys to know that this is actually a fuzzy Hoya. There's just like tiny little hair. I don't know if it can show on camera, but there's like tiny little hair on the Hoya. I hope it grows better than the Crinkle 8, because for the life of me, I cannot get the Crinkle 8 to grow. So anyways, but I really love this one. I'm so happy I got it. It also had like very minimal roots. So yeah, so I'm just also using Cocoa Husk to root it. And then I didn't know that I would love this Hoya so much, but when I opened it up for Tony, I'm head over heels in love with this Hoya. So now I have to have one too. He told me I could take a cutting of his, but it's so small and I don't want to take his cutting. It's such a beautiful Hoya. This is a Hoya Wellingiana. It's so pretty. Whoops, Tony. But like, look at this. How dark is it? And it's got this amazing sheen. And it's like beautiful splashes. It is, yeah, I didn't think it's this beautiful. I don't know why I'm not aware of how amazing this Hoya is. But now that I'm seeing it in person, it's definitely one that I want to collect. And you know, knowing Tony, he grows things so well, I'll probably be able to get a cutting from him within a really short time. I feel like having him collect Hoya, I can now like double my collection. Yeah, it's good for both of us. Well, other than like I'm so jealous at how well his things grow. But other than that, it's all good. All right, guys, that's 13 Hoyas, and they are so dear to my heart. They bring me so much joy. They're so beautiful. Please let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite in the 13 of them. And yeah, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys soon again. Bye.